Hi, my name's Chris. Yesterday I bought a Alto Professional Pro Mix 1000 watt portable PA system, retailing at 700 quid. Now, it's a nice PA system. It's pretty good actually, I have to say. I'm quite impressed with it. I don't, however, think that portable is the correct way of describing it, as I'm 6 foot tall, 20 stone. As you can see, I'm fairly heftily built. I can't lift it. It's too heavy. I can, however, wheel it. It's got wheels. So, portable, yeah, maybe. Anyway, I've noticed there are no videos of this on YouTube. It is a fairly new device. I've only been on the market a very short time, so I thought I'd do a video showing A, what it is, B, what you can do with it, and C, how to pack the thing down. Because it does pack down into one very compact unit. So first of all, a little tour of the actual device itself. Okay, so here is one of the satellite speakers on a stand. The stands do fold up and go inside the unit. Here's the other satellite speaker. You get a better view of it here. Two 6.5 inch, sorry, drivers for your mid-range, and a 1-inch voice coil for your very top end. So that's obviously a solid, either ceramic or plastic. I'm not too sure. I think it'd probably be plastic at this price range. And then you've got your mid-range woofers there. Now these all connect to a central console, which is this thing here. This thing stands just about 1 metre high, has a 15-inch disc in it for bass, which it does kick out quite a lot of bass really, and it's very featureless on this side, just basically one speaker. If we go around the other side of it, ignore this is something I added for myself to do things with. On the back of the unit, as you can see, it has a 10 channel mixing desk. I know there's only 6 sets of faders there, but 2 of those are stereo, with onboard digital DSP, equalizers for your master and your monitor, all your connections for your speak-ons and power. And that's pretty much the unit in a nutshell. It sounds okay. There's no point in me putting it on and playing it to you, because all you'll hear is distortion, because, you know, it's a camera, handheld camera at that. What I am going to do now is I'm going to put the camera on the floor and I'm going to show you how this thing packs down. Okay, so if you'll bear with me 1 second, I will place you like so. Still here? Good. First things first. This unit here, everything packs inside it or clips onto it. So all of the stands or your cabling all goes inside. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to take the satellite speakers down and fold down the speaker stands, which I imagine will make thoroughly thrilling viewing. Unclip the speaker on, take the speaker off the stands. These things weigh nothing, by the way. Put them on the floor or on a table, it's completely up to you. Stands. Not standard speaker stand size. These are about, well, I don't know exactly what the size on them are, but they're very similar to mic stands, if a slightly thicker, I suppose. I would probably say they're more like lighting stands, but don't quote me on that. And I get a feeling that if these break, I'm going to have to buy them from Alto. And I imagine they're incredibly expensive, but they do fold down very small, as you can see. Ooh, they're very tight so far. So, here is the collapsed speaker stand. As you can see, very small. And that can just stand there. Right. Other speaker now. Again, very lightweight. Wedge shaped. Beautiful, aren't they? And again, this is part 2 of the thrilling video. Man uses Mike's disassembled speaker stand into smaller parts to fit inside a box. Hollywood blockbuster coming up. You have to line up the knobs on the speaker stands, by the way, as well. Otherwise it won't go in the box. I swore a lot till I figured that bit out. It's not in the manual, obviously. Speaker stand 2. Now, I'm going to angle this so you get a better view of me flailing around on the floor like I have some kind of mental illness, which anybody who knows me would say is probably true. I'm just shortening the legs of my little tripod there. Okay, so first of all, unplug all your cables. I know this is obvious, but some people, you know, some people need to be told everything, don't they? Unhook your iPad mount from the top. Only if you've got one. If you haven't got an iPad mount, don't go out to buy one just to take it off. As in, you know, it's not necessary, it's an optional accessory. Move your cables out of the way. Place the unit on the floor flat, face down, as it were. Like so. Mixing desk here. Mixing desk, by the way, if you unscrew these 4 screws, you can lift the desk out. I'm not going to do it because there's screws and they're quite tight and, you know, my fingers hurt and I don't want to do it, okay? And you can't make me because you don't pay me. So, yes. Now, clips on the bottom to open the slidey door. Speaker stands, insert into unit. Now, at first it might feel like you're just trying to jam them in and then they won't go in, but just persevere. It's good advice for a lot of things, actually. If you keep wiggling it, eventually they'll just slide in nicely. Cables. Now, normally I would nicely wrap these up and place them in very, very carefully. But for the purposes of keeping this video a bit brief, I'm probably just going to jam them in. Incidentally, if anyone is interested, these take just general speak-on cables. So, readily available at any disco supplier, or online, or eBay. Or you can probably buy them off people on the street if you're in a really strange area. Speak-ons go inside. There's a separate little compartment for them. Separate from the speaker stands. Kettle plug. Or Euro kettle connector if you want. Or IEC in the back. Now these, that's all of the cabling that's designed to go in there. There is actually room if you wanted to try and jam more stuff in, although I'm not going to bother, because my mic and mic lead and stuff, they can go in separately. Goes in, closes like so. Now, speakers. As you can see, here, here, here and here, we have slots. I think that's the technical term for them. Simply place your speaker face down on the unit until it lines up with the slot. Both sides though. There we go. Then slide it back until you hear a click. That is now secured to the unit. There's a little latch for release on the bottom as well, just so they don't accidentally get knocked off. Try not to hit the bottom of this with any force though, as I've got the feeling it'll just ping off and then it'll never go on again, and that'd be bad. Which brings me to the build quality. Now, it's not bad, but you can see that they've cut corners to keep costs down. This is fairly hardware and it's typical sub £500 speaker covering, so I think it's ABS plastic. I mean, it'll take a knock, but I've got a feeling if I dropped it down a fire escape it would shatter. Click. So, that is the entire unit dismantled and placed down. Let's do a tour. Here we go. Bottom of unit, top of unit, front. There's absolutely no protection for this speaker apart from the grill on it, so don't put it on beds of nails or broken glass. It's got little wheels. Not casters, they're actually pretty good rubber wheels. Well, pretty good, you know. I'll be using my hand truck, which, if you've never seen hand truck, is out there, it's pink. Don't worry about that, we'll come back to that later. So, unit, portable, grab a handle, stick a foot there, lean it over, it wheels and looks a bit like a fly-mo while you do it. It's heavy, like I say, I can lift it about 3 foot off the ground and then I go, ah, and put it down again. As for the sound, well, I would compare these in sound quality to, it's quite hard to explain really, I would say they're as good as a pair of powered SRM 450 version 2s, but then they cost about the same, so you'd expect that. So the upsides of it, it really is one unit there. Everything's inside it, speaker stands, cabling, everything you need. So it's one trip. Downsides, if you're going upstairs, this is going to be a twat. I mean a pain in the bottom, excuse the language there, because it's heavy. So, to summarise, yes, it's very good. It's not a bad price either. It's got quite a nice bass response. The satellite speakers, I mean, they do have that. They carry their share of the bass as well as and the mid-range. And the bass unit does a good job of it. I would say that for a room up to, well, a room seating up to about 150 people to 200 people, it would be adequate on its own. If you were to go into a bigger room, then you'd probably need some extra reinforcement, perhaps another bin, powered bin. It does give you access to, there is an output as well for adding extra speakers, so if you did have a set of powered speakers, like say those there, you could add them straight into the system to make some kind of mega system of meganess, but who wants to do that? So anyway, to summarise, they're good. Well, it's good. It's heavy. It sounds good though. If you're busking, it's phenomenally overpowered for busking, but it'll be good. You could run a duo through it, I think, fairly comfortably. But depends. If you're on a budget, then it's probably an okay option. If money's no option, then perhaps look at the Bose systems if you want ultra portability, such as the Bose L1s, as they weigh a lot less. They're nearly as portable, and you're going to get slightly better sound out of them as long as you add bass bins to them. That's the thing as well. I mean, with these, you don't need the extra bass. So, so this is Chris saying, yes, enjoy. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye bye.